Entrepreneurs struggle because they can't get attention in the marketplace. Nobody wants to listen to them. Nobody even pay attention to what they do. They have a great goal, they have a great vision, they want to help people. Nobody wants their help because nobody's paying attention. You first need to get attention. You need to earn the attention first. From there, then you can do your great work.
The king of high ticket sales. World's highest paid consultant. Media celebrity. Multi-millionaire entrepreneur. Acclaimed TEDx speaker. International best-selling author. Dan Lok.
Now, so how do you get attention? On a webinar, when they think it's live, then you get maybe not 100%, because is it possible they watch a webinar, they're still doing some other things? But at least it's decent. In a room, this is ideal. This is almost, not even 100%, but almost 100% attention. That's why it's valuable when you do a live event. Webinar, second to that. Okay, replay, they might do the replay, they might be doing something else, checking on the phone, but at least it's some attention. In Japan, they even have now this soda machine. I don't know if you've seen it. In soda machine, you know what a soda machine is, right? Okay. Here, North America, you have a soda machine, you put in what? Hello? You put in what? Some money, some coins, and some soda pops out, right? In Japan, they have this soda machine where you press a button, they don't want your money. You have to watch the ad for X amount of time, and then comes the soda. They don't want your money. They want your attention. It's that valuable. It is that valuable. I think in North America, we still don't get it yet. And that's why I love Gary Vee. How many of you follow Gary Vee? You know Gary Vee? On his website, what he said, I build businesses and I day trade. Attention. That's profound. That's actually pretty profound. If you get it, what it's about. Attention is the currency. So here's a last replay webinar. So from the same guy. So I missed the webinar, and I got this email very shortly. Hey man, you missed the webinar. What's going on? Here's a replay. Make sure it's going to expire very shortly. You click on it, and you can watch the replay. So make sure afterwards you follow up with them on that. And here's the webinar replay page as an example. Again, you see the headline, 4 most important web pages in your business and how to tweak them to triple your revenue in next 12 months. And I think the replay, 31 days, this is stupid. I think this is too long. But I like the fact that he has this. I like this, and I like the click to buy now, which is pretty good. And depends on the program that you use. You could also have the webinar replay playing, and only after 60 minutes or 50 minutes or whatever the time that you set, only then the buy now button shows up. Or the application or book appointment shows. So you just wanted to focus on this, and after 30, 40, 50 minutes into your close, then this thing shows up. You could also set up that way, easily. Okay? So what to do after the webinar? Remind your webinar people register, of the bonus. So they watch the replay. Hey, you still haven't taken action. Remember, the program is closing fast. Make sure you also want to get all the bonuses. Take action now. Give your audience all of the details. So before, we want to focus on getting them to sign up and show up. After they showed up after the webinar, now you can switch to the urgency is why you need to take action now. Why do you need to make the phone book the time with you right now? You keep following up. Create that urgency. FAQs, overcome big objections to saying yes in your email. So what are some of the objections that might holding them back from taking the action? Handle that. Matt has an email, basically say, hey, you know what? I've been sending you a bunch of emails. You've watched my webinar. You still haven't taken action. Chances are you have these questions about my program. Let me show you A, B, C, D, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? That's also good. Let your audience know that when the limited bonus is ending or the card is closing. All is closing. So you can use the webinar to launch. You can use the webinar to launch something new. You can use the webinar to reactivate your existing customers. You can use the webinar to test a new offer, right? You can also do it ongoingly to generate consistent leads. You can do in multiple ways. Let's take 2 minutes before we wrap it. 2 minutes to discuss around your table what I've shared with you so far. Go ahead. Questions, before we wrap this up. I still have one more bonus to share with you, but any questions from my people in the circle? Kevon, questions? Anybody? Questions? That's
Best way to your methodology for promoting a webinar. 3 steps, like once everything's all set up, what are the 3 things you do to promote the webinar?
I can tell you the webinar that made the most amount of money is through joint ventures. The one that's made the most amount of money, right? But the problem is you can't approach your JV partners unless you've got something that's proven to work. Because you don't want to burn the list. Right? So
how do you get out of that circle? Because you get stuck in this, you know you got a good product, but you don't got enough examples to prove to a JV partner that it's worthy enough. So JV partners don't, they're sitting on the sidelines saying,
Yeah.
come to me 2-3 months.
Yeah.
But then you're just in this circle, right?
Yeah.
Ugliness.
So for most people, I mean, if I talk to Benson, with a 7-figure webinar per month, how are you driving traffic to that? Yeah, for the 7-figure webinar per month, right? How are you driving traffic to that?
Okay, so keep it simple. There's website traffic,
So SEO traffic,
SEO,
SEO. So YouTube ads, yeah.
There's
Email. So they're okay,
partners that we have set up.
okay, okay,
So there's about 10 traffic sources.
yeah.
Each one we have 3 pages for each one because it's different types of traffic.
So different pages for each one, right?
So 30 pages that we have
Yeah.
just for the webinar registration.
Yeah. So for let's say Kevon, just an example, with what you're asking, what's your numbers, by the way, if you don't mind sharing?
My numbers in what?
Now, how many have registered? How many have hit the landing page?
Well, my numbers been up for 2 weeks. It's 60, roughly 60 people come.
The landing page?
No, landing page, I was I think at 200 or something like that. 250 is the landing page. I actually get the numbers, but I know 58 click through the landing page. And 9.
So 58 register, right?
58, yeah, registered. Let's call it registered. And 9 books they call.
9 book the call?
9.
That's a pretty good number, okay. 5K. Yeah. So 9 book the call. No, but so from 58, 9 book the call.
Yes.
Okay.
Then the problem is of the 9 that booked a call,
Yeah.
4, well actually only 2 of them showed up.
So out of 9 that book the call,
Yeah.
only
2 of them are
actually showed up for the call.
they're actually showed up.
Okay, and the rest?
And then the rest I emailed and heard nothing
Okay,
back.
so really, so 9 book the call, 2 actually you've talked to, right?
And one of the 9 was a fake email. So
Okay.
he signs up for a booking and it's all fake.
Okay.
Email back, it's like,
So it's 8, right?
you must be pretty bored to do that.
Okay. Okay. No, shh.
No, I'm not that big. No.
This is actually very helpful. Very helpful. Thank you for sharing. Okay. From looking at this, what needs to be tweaked? If it was you, what needs to be tweaked? Now he could say, "Shit, webinar doesn't work."
The follow-up. Remove a step.
Hmm?
Remove a step, maybe.
No, let me look at, because here's the thing, as a good entrepreneur, you need to learn how to make decisions based on numbers, not feelings, because 200 and 250, that's a big difference. So as your mentor, right? As a mentor, I cannot give you coaching advice unless these numbers are on bang on, right? Because we're all talking percentage. So let's look at this. Now, what happens is, what is working from your perspective? So from 258 show, right? So what's the percentage? Who's good enough with numbers? More than 25%. So 25% pay attention, 25% plus. Pretty good average. So this is working. Does that mean we can't go back and make it better? No, but this is working, yes? Okay. So out of 58, 8 booked the call. So what's the percentage? What's the percentage? 16%. 15, 16%. Let's do 15.
14%.
What's the number? Fuck. Okay, so let's say 13%. So out of that 13%, is that okay? Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. I would love to see this number more be 20%. Okay? So it means what needs to be tweaked. The first thing needs to be tweaked is what? The webinar. The webinar itself, how can we get it up to 20%? Right? Maybe more urgency. Maybe more paying. Maybe high value. So we need to tweak that into 20%. But here's the thing. That booked the call. Don't take it personally. That's why don't take it personally. It's just all numbers, right? So from the 8 that booked, only 2 showed up. What does that mean?
4 qualified leads. They're 4 leads. But here's the worst part. The webinar is 45 minutes. They only lasted 10.
So
Who's past 10 minutes in the webinar?
who passed 10 minutes?
Nobody. Out of the 58.
But how would they get the link at the end? How would they get the link at the end?
Because the button's there at the beginning to book the call. So there's the.
So maybe a good idea is not to give them the button so soon. Because now what happens is they watch a webinar, and that's why people get the technology, they don't get the psychology aspect. I want to break it down for you. This is actually very helpful. Is this helpful? Yes. Yeah. They watch a thing, they see the button. We haven't done all the build-up, all the credibility, all the stuff that we need to do. It's too early. So when they book the call, they're not that serious, and they think, I've got you figured out. That's the problem. They think, I've got you figured out. You want to get on a call. You haven't built up the value of the call. Right? So now, by that time, of course they don't show up. There's no value for the call. You do this all day long, as far as I'm concerned. I don't fucking know. Right? So don't show them that. Build the whole story at the very end. Then you know what? Here's my link, or then the button shows up. After all of that stuff, right? That's the key. That's one thing you can tweak. One thing you can tweak. That's one thing. Now, what's another thing that he can tweak between this? So 8 booked the call, only 2 showed up. Out of 6, what does that tell you? Post webinar email. So we play. That would be helpful. Yeah, we play. Because people watch the stuff. 200 people register. So you have 100 someone that could still watch it. What happened to those people? What if we can get another 50 people that can watch the thing? Okay? So that's another area. But what about this? This is a big thing here.
No incentive to show up.
No incentives to show up. Lack of respect. That means the prospect is looking at what you do, you're going to sell me. I don't want to be a call being sold. So it means before the thing, the indoctrination, the credibility, the authority part, we haven't got that correctly. I get very few people set up a time with me and not show. Believe me. Very few. Because they don't show. They don't hear from me again. Yeah. Yeah, he said more. Yeah.
And then 8 people sign up. Yeah, and that's actually where it was spiked. It spiked that where I was just watching Q&A yesterday with some YouTube people that were showing me. And like when it came, lots dropped off right away. They said that's normal apparently. Like people like, I don't know, they said like it dropped off significantly right away. Like right when it starts. And then
That's not normal.
And then the spike went back up. And then when it got to my credibility, like, hey, here's my story, it spiked up right away, and then
Good.
it kind of just started to drop off.
But when did you show the button? Right from the beginning?
Yeah, because it's in
The program, right?
It's in,
But it's right.
funnels, right?
Yeah, but it's right on there. You show it right the first minute, or you show after 10 minutes.
No, it's right there. Like it's in ClickFunnels. So
Yeah.
The videos.
Yeah. So basically, again, they watch 10 minutes. They think, I know what you got.
Yeah.
All right, I know what you got, or I know what you're trying to sell. Right? So you haven't told your complete story yet.
Yeah, not even getting close.
Yeah. Right? I guarantee if you get rid of that, in fact, get rid of the button. Just have your link at the very end. Spell it for them. Don't even make them click. Yeah, just put it on a slide. Yeah, and then when they watch the very end, track your numbers, see the people who booked the call, you will notice the showed-up rate will be higher. You see, all this stuff that's why it's all tweaking. Nothing is overnight. That's what people don't get. They don't even know what, they look at this, they don't even know what the fuck to tweak. You see the problem? They don't even know what, I can show you, I can give you, okay, you know what? Let's tweak the email. Instead of getting 58 people, let's make sure we get 100 people plus watch your thing, including after webinar replay. Let's use some powerful templates, right? Use that stuff, up the number. Webinar, tweak your story. Let's use more, different psychology. Add psychological triggers within your webinar. Get that way up there. Let's get a bonus. Let's add a PDF, right? You tweak that, get up to 20%. Add the authority stuff. Right after, get them to book the call. Say, you know what, you booked the call, you don't show up, don't fucking call me again. Fuck you, right?
Yeah.
But I'm serious. Don't waste your time. But until you say that, they look at you, oh, whatever, I can book your time. Fucking I got nothing to do, I don't have to walk my dog today, let's book a call with Kayvon. Fuck you, right? No, but seriously, you tell them, you know what, I'm very serious, I'm looking for X amount of people, book a time. If you're gonna book a time, show the fuck up. Otherwise don't book the time.
It's right there, the booking page. It says it.
Book the time.
Don't waste your time.
No, but you haven't built the story. It's not on the booking page, it's through the entire webinar. You establish authority, right? Then by the time they get, that's why you want to get them to have an idea of how you work, the price that you charge. By the time they go on a webinar, they know roughly, they're 50% sold. They want to hire you. Now it's just to make sure is the program right fit for me? What about the finance? What about this and that? That's why let this do all the heavy lifting. That's what I'm trying to teach you guys, right? Let the system do all the heavy lifting. So on the phone, you just need to qualify them.
Would you think about asking for a deposit for getting on the call?
That's a good question. You can ask a $100 deposit. Some marketers do that. You could only do that after you've all got this all dialed in. So you're getting consistent registration. You're getting a lot. It means you're getting so many phone calls you can't handle it, right? Now you're like, there's too many calls I want to do. I don't want to. Let's put $100 deposit. Your call would drop significantly. You could see maybe, let's say I'm just making this up. You're getting 100 calls, it will drop to 20. But those 20, super qualify. Super qualify. So it depends. Also, a part of consideration is how much is your program? I think for selling something for $5K, ideally get as many people on the call as possible. If you're selling something even more expensive than that, yeah, make them pay a deposit. Then if on the call and they say, you know what, this is not a good fit, we fund them the $100. Or if it is a good fit, credit them $100 towards the program, right? That's very simple. Make sense? Right? Yes?
What's the range of time is a webinar being effective?
This is the same question. People ask me, how long should a sales letter be? If it's fucking boring, 2 minutes is too long. If it's interesting and you're communicating like the pain and the problems and you're solving the problems, yeah, my webinar is like 90 minutes. 90 minutes to make the sale. Yeah. This thing is 2 hours and a half. But again, there are speakers who can't hold the audience attention for more than 10 minutes, right? So it all depends on your capability, your topic, your delivery, all these factors. But ideally, I would say for most of you guys, less than 60. You should be able to communicate what you do and your offer in less than 60 minutes. If it goes on too long, maybe we can simplify and condense it a bit. But I would say start off with 60. Make sense? Okay, let me give you just one bonus pillar before you go. Number 6, once you have something that works, then you can now automate your webinar and you can scale. Once you have something that works. Once you have something that works. Now you can use automated software and you can run traffic to it. Benson, with the 7-figure, is it automated webinar or is it live? Whole thing is automated, right? How many different types of webinars do they have? Just one? But how many landing pages?
For webinar registration,
Yeah.
33.
33. So different landing pages, different traffic sources, but one webinar. How long is the webinar? 90 minutes? Cool.
What's the difference between 30 and the landing pages? I mean, what's the criteria how you select something?
Because when you have, let's say, this guy, you have people that are, like, let's say, it's a full blown hot.
Yeah.
You're going to get a different conversion than someone who wants one. So you want to separate the different, let's go on the same system. So you want to separate the different, let's go on the same system. So you want to separate the different, let's go on the same system. So you want to separate the different, let's go on the same system. So you want to separate the different, let's go on the same system. So you want to separate the different, let's go on the same system. So you want to separate the different, let's go on the same system. So you want to separate the different, let's go on the same system. So you want to separate the different, let's go on the same system. So you want to separate the different, let's go on the same system. So you want to separate the different, let's go on the same system. So you want to separate the different, let's go on the same system. So you want to separate the different, let's go on the same system. So you want to separate the different, let's go on the same system. So you want to separate the different, let's go on the same system. So you want to separate the different, let's go on the same system. So you want to separate the different, let's go on the s
Yeah.
All the same. You can if you want to see.
So good. When I do a joint venture with another influencer, when we do a co-present, I make sure his name is big at the front because people know him, right? I'll say it's a webinar. His picture is big, my picture is small, right? I want to feature him, and the people would know, oh, it's his webinar. Oh, by the way, Dan is also going to be on it. But the truth is, I'm the main presenter, right? So you could do that. So it depends on the traffic source. If it's cold traffic with Facebook, yeah, it's different because people, remember, Facebook is interruption marketing, was it? What is it? You're interrupting, they're scrolling through the wall, they see your ad, oh fuck no, another ad again, right? You're interrupting them to do something. So assume they don't like you, they don't trust you, and they're thinking, who are you? Let's start with that. So on your landing page, you need to deal with that. Don't hide it. Deal with that right up front. Right up front. They're cold. Cold as ice. Warm them up very, very quickly. Assume they do not like you. Assume they don't trust you. Assume they don't want to have anything to do with you. Craft your message from that place. Don't assume, oh, they love what I have to say. They can't wait to hear from me. No, they don't. It's Facebook. They're scrolling through the thing. You're like, this ad shows up. What the hell is this? Now it dragged me onto this page. Oh my God, it's another thing. Start with that. That's why don't underestimate what it takes to get attention from the marketplace, right? You've been watching my videos for some time now, and you might be wondering, Dan, how do I go to the next level? Or how could I be mentored by you? Here's what I want you to do. My very first assignment to see if you qualify. I want you to go to fumoney.com to download a copy of my book. You can't even do that, I cannot be your mentor. The second step is after you download my book, I want you to read it. And you also get an invitation to register for one of my upcoming webinars. I want you to register and show up for that webinar. During the webinar, I go through all the details of how you can possibly be mentored by me. Go there right now, fumoney.com.